Mutables, let's clear the energy, shall we? You ready? Don't forget to breathe. Gemini, what do you need to know? 27th of April 2020. Gemini. Messages, Spirit, please, Gemini. Oh. Sagittarius, putting weight on your hips and thighs or problems with the hips and thighs. It's about learning and faith. So you're being put through the test so that you learn a lesson and come out the other side stronger. Sagittarius energy. Watch for the yellow irises because they are a negative sign from Spirit. This is about addictions. We've been through this before, haven't we? Drug addicts, gamblers, alcoholics, chocoholics, smokers, shopaholics, you name it. So it's an imbalance and it's impatience with the situation. Yep, health services are an issue, which is obvious at this time, and it's today's date. So those born on the 9th or the 27th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Virgo energy, problems with the intestines and the abdomen. You're not talking to Spirit, you're not taking notice, so that you will stumble and fall because you're on the wrong path and you're concentrating too much on finances and material wealth. Clarity is needed. You're going to cut through the bullshit and get to the point. 1 week possibly. It's a gift from Spirit. Conversation, communication, and cutting what needs cutting out. You've had enough. You've been banging your head against a brick wall for long enough and you're ready to throw in the towel. You're torn between what you should do and what you want to do. Go with your heart, not your head, but don't concentrate on material wealth because that will be your downfall. Possibly torn between two people, two properties, two situations, two jobs. Those born 1970 plus or minus 12, February to February may be involved somewhere, and Scorpio. 9 for the 27th is negative, 14th is negative, living or past it for your diary and address, and the 18th is massively important. Living or past it for your diary and address. Too many lies, too much deceit, trying to get away with something, either you or someone else. A female is distraught over the written word. There is a gentleman who is mourning the loss of something or someone, and he will realise that money has no meaning in his life. Because you can be a bird in a gilded cage. It's the same scenario we've been talking about, and it is going with the astrology, because we have to learn what's worth something in our life, what the true meaning of value is in our life, and cut out which no longer serves us. So that's what they've been telling us for a very long time. I know it seems like a repetitive message, but everybody I talk to that I do reads for are in the same position, either with work, relationships, kids, whatever, and they have carried on because they felt either duty, loyalty, or love for something except themselves. So it's about putting yourself and your happiness above others. Keep your mind, body, and soul alert, because you are awakening to the fact that you can thrive and that you should be thriving. It takes a lot for some people to give up on something, but it's time. You've tried everything else, so now it's time to walk away. The truth and clarity is awakening you to the reality of a situation. Yeah, it's time to heal family issues. It could be an issue with you and your parents, you and your kids, you and your partner, but this will benefit you. Healing does not mean that you forgive everything and make up kissy face and all happy families. It means that you address the problems, see if there's a way forward. If not, it's time to walk away. That's what healing means. But do it healthily and without malice. Karma will be served not by you but by the universe. So you have to do, because anything you carry around with you, vengeance or whatever, only poisons you from the inside. Yeah, divine messenger. So you are getting downloads from spirit, whether you realise it or not. This is your throat chakra, so something needs to be said, which is what the astrology is saying. Something needs to be spoken. The divine messenger, or should I say divine intervention, you are seeking is found within your own self. So you've maybe been waiting for something or someone to crop up to save you from this, thinking that spirit will make it all better. Spirit will, but not without your input. They don't have bodies, they can't physically pick you up and put you somewhere you're meant to be. You have to take those steps towards it. So you are looking for signs from spirit and are becoming increasingly dissatisfied and impatient, which brings us full circle, so we know we're right. As you feel spirit has abandoned you and is not giving you the answers you desperately seek. But that's your inner child having a tantrum because they're not doing it the way you want it. Listen to the inner voices in your head. This is where you will find the wisdom you seek. You've been given the answers, only they're not the answers you want to hear. The message you are blindly ignoring mean that change has to occur. And these changes require time and effort on your part. And you are tired, yes. However, somewhere from within you, you have to find the energy to make these changes. If you apply the same energy you are using to avoid the change and use it towards making these new changes, you will find your situation will improve far quicker than you anticipated. Then you can rest. You will finally find the inner peace and contentment you've spent so long searching for. So, as I said, one scenario, your kid's an addict. No two ways about it. You know it. You've tried everything. You've tried buying for them. You've tried controlling how much they get. You've tried everything except walking away. And the day you walk away and they hit rock bottom, they realise what happened, where they went wrong, and they start building their lives up again. So maybe the very thing that you, and that's just one scenario. All I'm saying is the very thing that you've been doing to try and make things better is only enabling people to be the same. You are not making changes. It's time to do so. Virgo, 27th of April 2020. Messages, Spirit, please. Virgo. Virgo. Low self-worth, low self-image, being stubborn and not moving forward into new beginnings. This is about births, image, bad haircuts, injuries to the face and head possibly, Aries energy, which rules the face and head, image and birth. Those born on the 4th, living or past it for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. This could be a partner, a government official, somebody who feels you're superior. It was a successful man, no longer. Stubborn, it's their way or the highway and won't take no for an answer. It could be a part of you or someone you know. What did I do that for? Soulmate energy. Yes, this is your soulmate. So whatever this is about, you're avoiding it, but this is your soulmate. Didn't expect to do that. Why did I do that? Spirit, what are you playing at? I'm in robot mode all the time, so they got that one past me while I was waffling, didn't they? Yes, this is your soulmate. There is no denying it. So what are you going to do about it? And you know what I mean. Sometimes soulmates aren't there to be in your life forever. Sometimes they're just here to smack you in the face and wake you up to the reality. Yes, exactly so. There is an ending here. There is a passing possibly, but something has to end. It's been very painful and it's time to call it a day. It's a change that you won't want to make. It will be a run of bad luck, and there are enemies and rivals. It seems everywhere. You're looking at the past 7 years and thinking it really wasn't worth it financially or emotional stability wise, career wise. The changes for the worse. It could be connected to a fixed sign: Taurus, Leo, Aquarius and Scorpio. There is also a Gemini mentioned. Someone is making hasty communications rapidly, but it brings about an end to something that has been costing you daily. Those born on the 10th, living or past it, for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. So like I said, both major arcanas, massively unlucky, and the passing, if someone passes and leaves you money, there'll be plenty of people sticking their hand out to try and take it off you. Don't. There could be a court case or a new home involved in this situation. A strange building will bring about good luck. There is, however, a hidden enemy, and you are going to find out who that is. A male hidden enemy. Healing will need to take place. A doctor may be required, and someone may be using an illness as a blackmailing tool for you. A married female will get divorced and become a single mother. Or someone who has children to someone else will become single. Be grateful for your inner peace, because you know the hard work it took to get it. So I think you've realised, hang on a minute, this isn't my problem. Why am I doing it, running around like an headless chicken for everybody else? And stepping back in your head, taking yourself out of the equation, knowing that it's not your circus, not your monkeys. Simple as that. And then watch them fall to bits, because you're not there to keep it all held together. Because you're just not doing it anymore. You need to find your own inner peace. It takes a lot of hard work, but you've got to preserve your own sanity. There could be a reconciliation. So if you're worried that they'll never speak to you again or whatever, that's not the case. Put your boundaries in, and someone from your past is returning to your life. There will be a reconciliation. It's not always to get back together and be lovey-dovey and all that, but it is to conclude something happily for you so that you've got closure. But it could also be an actual reconciliation with someone from your past after you've healed and put your boundaries in place. But you'll find out who your enemies are. The true colours of people are showing now, and those that are sticking their hand out are the ones you don't need in your life anymore. Yeah, fertility, because abundance is coming your way and somebody's going to try and take it from you. You may be suffering from backache, I'm afraid, but it's all about the stress, that's why. There's a lot of stress. So, fertility is about birth and growth, and so is Aries. It's about having the courage to seek your opportunities and the wisdom to grow from your experience. Creating new experiences can be challenging, but for some people it's a journey they eagerly embrace and warmly welcome into their lives, because something has to end. You can't carry on like this. The beauty of the new experience is that they provoke opportunities to create outcomes which could not have manifested without this chance to grow. So without this ending, you would not have had this prosperity. Watching dreams and wishes grow and develop in front of your own eyes is truly a spiritual journey, a journey which is filled with wonderful stories awaiting the right circumstances to blossom into fairy tales. This is an amazing time for you and a brilliant phase of manifestation. What do you want? What do you need? Now you've cleared the decks, you can decide. Think about it carefully and then tell the universe of your intent. They are waiting to grant you a new future, the one you have worked so hard for and you deserve. You never gave up, even when others doubted your ability to accomplish what you believed in. Belief in yourself has placed you in the most perfect position to write your own life story and have a happy ending that you've dreamed of. So what's it going to be? Think of yourself first for a change and do it. Because if you don't, one scenario, if you get given an inheritance and you've always wanted to go to Hawaii, you can do that. But by the time you're ready to book that holiday to Hawaii, the kids have come and said, oh, well, I need a new car, Mum, it's broke down, or I need this, or I need that, Dad. And you feel guilty because all you want is a holiday. No, bollocks. They've got to make their own way in life. They've got to find their own way. What are they going to do when you're not here? Let them survive by themselves or they will drown when you're gone. So, same and over. That's just one scenario. Okay. Sagittarius, what do you need to know? 27th of April 2020. Oh, Sagittarius. There's obstacles in your way to your happiness. There's problems with children, possibly. There's people born 1966 plus or minus 12 involved. It's being in the dark about something. Possibly a Leo is involved. Those born on the 19th, living or past it, Bulgarian address. Massively important in a negative way. Some people will never see. Yeah, there's an Aries, a very successful man, someone you look up to probably, father figure, government official, a boss. There's an apology or communication coming towards you. This is about births, new beginnings, a self-image, and new haircuts, new facials, something like that. Appearances externally and internally are important, and those born on the 4th or the 31st, living or past it, for your diary address, massively important in a positive way. Communication is coming slowly, so is finances and career, but it is coming. Apologies. People with injuries to the legs, old injuries, possibly limps. People in uniform, honeybees and beekeepers are important to spirit. Someone is lying, thieving and deceiving and getting away with it. There is a rival or an enemy and rapid communication. those born 1966 mentioned again. Hasty conversations, conflict, over deceit. Yeah, a gentleman is looking at an important piece of paperwork. Could be accounts, could be bank statements, could be wills, contracts, anything like that, and thinking something's either wrong or refusing to think about it because money is not bringing him happiness. He's realising there's no comfort in being a bird in a gilded cage. There is the loss of a female friend and a confidant. And there is a female, or well, anybody actually, watching the clock and waiting for her lover to arrive. Listen to your inner truths because they are very important right now, and Spirit are giving you the truths of a matter. This is not a happy situation, nor will it ever be. Too many obstacles to overcome. Yeah, someone's got a new love, and this new person means more to them or you. It stirred your romantic feelings and you've got to go with it. Or they have. Could be something and not someone of new. Yeah, Buddha. So this is about realizing, awakening, if you like, a ha-ha moment. This could be you or someone you know, but Buddha was born into a royal family, the son of a king. His father kept him in the palace and shielded him from the pain and suffering that was to be found around the palace walls. From his childhood he had a thirst to understand the greater meaning of the world and knew the knowledge that he sought could not be gained within the centre of the palace. As a young boy, his teacher took him beyond the walls of the palace, where he was greatly saddened by the sights he witnessed. Buddha realised that his search for spiritual fulfilment would not be found if he remained in the royal family. So someone may be leaving the family. In order to find answers he sought, he left his family to experience the world for himself. For the remainder of his lifetime, he practiced meditation and sought spiritual guidance and eventually found his spiritual enlightenment. He became known as Buddha, which means the enlightened one. For the remainder of his life, Buddha travelled the world to teach people how to enlighten and salvation. You will not find the answers you are looking for whilst you remain in the same situation, and neither will this if it's someone else. Your inner wisdom provides you with a glimpse of the world and opportunities beyond this situation. So find the courage to step away and seek the greater knowledge that is within your reach. And if you have to, find the courage to let somebody else do this for themselves. As a result of your courageous effort, changes will inevitably occur which will make you uncomfortable for a while. However, discomfort will quickly be replaced by the clarity you have been searching for, and answers you've been seeking will all become abundantly clear within days of this change taking place. So it may not be what you want, it might be children leaving the home, it might be a partner or a parent, but whatever it is, know that they have to live their own lives and let them go with love. Don't judge people because you never know what situation you're going to be in yourself. And finally, my Pisces friends, what do you need to know? 27th of April 2020. Messages, Spirit, please. Pisces. Choices. Remember, this is the story of Adam, his first wife Lilith, and his new wife Eve, and the trouble that caused. So you'll make the right choice, but it is an emotional choice nevertheless and needs to be made. Once it's done, there's no undoing it. Those born on the 6th or the 24th, living or past it for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Gemini energy. Rules the hands, arms, shoulders, communications and siblings. Arguments with a woman, mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children, those born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past it for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. There's no growth in this situation, nothing can grow in barren land. There may be the loss of a child, there may be a failed pregnancy or a termination. There's a security connection with November the 11th, Remembrance Day and Poppies in the UK. You are releasing a burden because it's a toxic situation. You are being manipulated. You was in denial or guarding your heart or not sure of your facts, but now you know that it's toxic and it needs to be released. It could be a contract, could be something you're bound to by loyalty, duty or passion. But you are being manipulated, and it's may even be just the opinion of the external world. So worrying about what other people think. Issues with the knees and bones are mentioned. Capricorn energy. Oops. Yeah, somebody's lack of commitment or splitting up from a marriage. It will bring depression about. There will be no reunion because of it. And someone is actually suicidal, on the edge. So it could be through depression or jealousy. Either way, they're not a happy bunny. So look to your friends, please. Make sure everyone's all right at this time, because we are more isolated than ever before. Let them know they've made the right choice, whatever that choice is. They've made what the best choice for them. Or you made the right choice. Don't let things get. Tell them it's a blessing in disguise if they are unhappy about a situation. It had to happen. Too many. Bathe in the light of the full moon, which is the 7th of May, and let it wash over you and supercharge your soul. 7th of May will be an important day. Probably the 6th will be as well, going by that card. If you don't know anybody born 6th or the 24th that's around at the moment or having issues. This could be the one. So that's why whoever it is couldn't deny it. They've met the one, and it's brought a lot of problems, especially if it's the Lilith, Adam and Eve situation. Lilith didn't want him. She made it quite clear, cleared off and went to sow her seeds elsewhere. When she came back, expecting Adam to be weeping over her, he'd already found someone else and she didn't like it, so the jealousy ensued. So maybe that is the scenario, but you finally found the one, or someone's finally found the one, and it makes no difference now what Lilith says. So transparency, that's the thing now. People have to say how they feel. Make yourself very, very clear. With the astrology today, if you watch the astrology video, you have to speak your mind about a situation. And without judgment, you can't judge people because you never know what situation you're going to be in. Transparency is a complete level of honesty. It's a behaviour where people can clearly understand your motives and your emotions, and they feel safe being around you. Transparency is a balance of not telling everyone your deepest, darkest secrets, but providing a space in which people know you are being honest and caring towards others and yourself. There is a little child inside you having a very big tantrum, and the only way the child can be heard is to stomp his or her feet and create a scene. The only thing is, this doesn't make people listen. In fact, it makes them ignore the message and focus on that behaviour. So all that effort is wasted. So if you're going to say something, say it calmly. The time has come for you to look within and find a different voice, the voice of the grown-up you are. Find your compassion, use your inner wisdom to communicate in a more effective way. This change of behaviour will put people off guard, and they will finally have to listen, as they have nothing else to distract them. Positive results will occur very quickly, and you will finally experience the feeling of being acknowledged and heard. The results will be so profound that the little child with the tantrum will heal itself and learn more grown-up ways of being heard. Okay? So thanks for listening, everybody. Speak tomorrow.